Hello everyone and welcome back to WoW Classic. Robert Rambles here, and thank you so much for being with me today. We are still in Duskwood. I thought we would spend a lot less time in Duskwood on this priest, but we still have stuff to do that is actually going to be pretty straightforward and should be enjoyable. We have Worgen in the Woods, which I think we've taken a look at. Let's go ahead and read it again. Darkness seems drawn inexorably to Duskwood. Master Caravan's quest is the expulsion of evil and heresy. Through our efforts, are the people of Darkshire kept safe? You believe yourself worthy to join us? I once thought as you, disillusioned by the complacency of the Watch. I joined Master Caravan. If you wish to prove yourself, it will not be through words. Test your skills against the Nightbane Shadow Weavers in Brightwood Grove. So we need to take out 6 of those, and then we have a quest that takes us into the Ogre Mound, which I often forget there are ogres in Duskwood. A few weeks ago I was picking herbs far from my house, and a band of ogres attacked me. I ran, and I was forced to leave behind a crate of precious tools and herbs. So this is Crombie. This is basically, he's a necromancer that lives up north. He's been getting us to do a bunch of quests for him that are going to result in the creation of an abomination. Spoiler alert. If you're not familiar with the Crombie quest chain, we've done it multiple times. You can check that out in its entirety on the Warrior. So let's head south, which is where both these are going to be. Ogre Mound over to the west. And then I think the Rotting Orchard is where the Nightbane Shadow Weavers are going to be found. Real quick, I wanted to give a shout out to Barissa, who sent me a bunch of silk. Literally, I think it was 10 stacks of 20 silk to help us out with our tailoring. That is much appreciated and very much was a surprise to find in my inbox. So thank you so much for that. I'm definitely going to use it to further our tailoring. It's going to be able to get us quite a few bolts of silk, which we'll be able to put into a bunch of this stuff. And what I'm going to do to kind of pay it forward is I'm going to put all this stuff on the auction house for like nothing, like basically next to nothing. We'll put it up for coppers. Anything that I craft with the gifted silk, we'll just put it up really cheap on the auction house, so that people who are starting up characters can, or probably rolling alts at this point, can find something. And that's the best way I can think to pay that kindness forward, because it is very much appreciated. I think with that, we'll get to a point where we'll be ready for Mage Weave and possibly able to make some upgrades for ourselves. Nightbane, just regular old Worgen. Let's head further back. There's a Shadow Weaver back here. These guys are, well, they're level 28 as we find the actual Shadow Weavers. Let's make sure we have our buffs going. Alright, that should be good. I like that it's raining here in Duskwood today. I don't know if I've been here many times while it's been raining. Oh, we got a back attack situation. But the rain definitely makes it even more dreary and dark than it normally is. Which, for Duskwood is great. It's very atmospheric here. One of my favorite zones. And I feel like if you go from Elwyn to Westfall over to Red Ridge, you're always in these very bright, very sunny zones, and then finally you get to Duskwood, and it's a big change in aesthetic, and it's very welcome at that point to have a darker zone that looks more like Brill than really anything else on the Alliance side does.
I need to get closer.
It's just kind of intimidating, like how many of these guys there are, and some of them have strange pathing, I'm sure. Hopefully won't take us by surprise here. And do they run? These guys haven't ran, but that just could be because they're mid-cast when they're low on health. Not sure. And can we skin these? You wouldn't think we can, but I'm pretty sure we actually can. Oh, that means we've left a few behind. I know I'm already getting comments about looting and skinning. And you're totally right. We need to be doing that. Alright, we're getting heavy leather now, which is actually great. I don't know how much of it we will need for tailoring, probably not very
I'm out
much,
of range.
but we'll be able to sell it, hopefully for around a gold a stack. We're up to 43 gold, and we are level 30, so we have 10 more levels to get about 60 gold. I think we need about 100 total between the cost of the mount and the cost of the training. I actually don't remember the specific amount of gold, but I know it's about 100. But 40 is not a bad start. It really isn't. And if we can sell some leather, then that will help lessen the grind once we do reach that part. Once we're in Stranglethorn, I'll probably be spending a lot of my downtime in the game just grinding for things we can sell for money. And of course, for skins to sell, hopefully on the auction house. A lot of dark runners. I wonder if the Shadow Weavers are going to be further back. You'd think I would remember. No, there's some out here out front, so maybe not. I think we come back here at least one more time to take on a different Worgen. Probably the runners. When something is called a runner, I already don't want to deal with it. Like, guess what it's gonna do? And I bet they're fast. He looked like he started to book it, but he was like running towards us, so that made it kind of hard to tell what his intentions were. Yeah, I mean, if we don't come back for Dark Runners, it'd be a damn shame. There's so many of them. Alright. Maybe we kind of head back out a little bit. Search over here to the west. Interesting. Oh, jeez. There's a ton of them, and they're all Dark Runners. Very unusual. Yeah, I was just gonna say, we're gonna have to fight some of these guys to even investigate to find out what's going on. You're facing the wrong way, so that's okay. We're gonna have to fight some of these guys to even find more Shadow Weavers. We only need one more, so maybe we just relax for a minute and catch a respawn. Seems like the right thing to do. These guys are pretty chunky as far as their health is concerned. They have a lot of HP, being basically at level with us. Yeah, we don't need all of this trouble. If one of these guys gets loose and gets into one of these camps, then we're gonna be in deep. Aha! Here we go. We found one. Ooh, he's kind of in a spot where he could alert either of these guys, I guess, if he really wanted to. Someone gave me a tip that said if we just wand, like just wand, it's more DPS. And I'm not sure if they meant that literally, like just if I just attack one of these guys with my wand and don't do any spells, it's more DPS, you know, total than doing any spells. And I guess like the scientific thing to do would be to time this out. Maybe that's just if you have like a really good wand. Although, you know, with a power word shield, it could be you'd be using no mana.
That spell isn't ready yet.
But then if we go on this guy... Yeah, with that resist in there. Yeah, I mean, it could be just about the same time to kill as just whipping out our wand and using that. Interesting. Not the boots. The concept that if we were to just have a really good wand, we'd be possibly doing more damage per second than in using any of our abilities. Kind of funny. Would be sad if true. We don't need these guys. I'm just getting wrapped up in my own thought process. Let's go to the road and then we will head down to the Ogre Mound. Yeah, we need to get another wand pretty soon either way. This is level 22. It's not going to cut it forever. Hoping eventually we'll be able to make some new gloves and some new bracers. That would be nice. Being able to make a hood with some stats on it could be good as well. So hopefully with the awesome donation of silk we'll be able to get there pretty soon. I'm planning to work on it after I wrap up today's video. That is part of the plan. I think we also have to go to Stormwind to see Bishop Farthing. For that quest, so we can do that at the same time. I've seen Stitches on this road about twice, and he's killed me exactly twice. Once he aggroes you, he's kind of difficult to survive or get away from if you're on your own, because he's an elite. I think he's level 35. I think he's a level 35 elite. Now we're looking for Crombie's crates, so we're looking for an object on the ground. Let's assume we have to fight our way back here. We're not going to bother trying to sneak around these guys or anything like that. That's a little bit weird. They look tapped by another player. It's possible that the crate would be around this area. Let's take this guy out. Sometimes we get a marker on the map, like an orange dot. Other times we don't get anything. Sometimes we get a golden arrow for quests. So we'll just look around here. Or could it be like on one of them? Like maybe they're gonna drop it? It's forced to leave behind his precious tools and herbs. Somewhere near the mound. So no, they're not carrying it. It's somewhere near the mound. Well, we're not very near the entrance. The entrance seems to be over this way. Well, this is the entrance to the mound. Let's clear these warriors out of here. Oh, that was a big resist. Very unfortunate for us. I guess that's a good thing, you know, when you're wanding, if they resist, they only resist that single cast, but when it takes 3.5 seconds to cast and they resist that, it's like it hurts your soul, you know? And you're obviously losing a ton of DPS. Alright, well, there we go. Crombie's crate. Ooh. Steady. Well, with that done, we should be able to, well, we could just hearth. That'll be fastest, and turn this in. Then that'll be kind of a run either way. It's about the same distance if we just go there first. So maybe we'll do that. I will turn in the quest to Crombie. We haven't really been following that storyline in this playthrough. So I will get that done, and then we'll go back to Darkshire and turn in Worgen in the Woods. That's going to chain into another quest to take on even more Worgen. And so we'll probably just follow it up by doing that as well. Well, here we are at Crombie's hut, you know, very near the cemetery, because, you know, that's where normal people want to live. Nothing wrong with him, just a hermit who lives near a cemetery and wants us to collect various reagents and items for some purpose, but we'll just keep doing work for him. Thank you! You have more than earned your reward. Aha, happy nights ahead. Yeah. Take this note to Elo Ebenlock, the mayor of Darkshire. He and I are old friends, and when he reads it and discovers what you did for me, I'm sure he'll be just as happy as I am. Yeah.
Safe travels.
And this is the part where having the role-playing fantasy of like being a character in a world making decisions that are meaningful kind of falls apart. Or just falls flat on its face. But it's WoW, so... we get to go deliver this, obviously, you know, this letter to the mayor, which is obviously not a good thing to do. But we're going to do it anyway, because as a WoW character, we have a duty to complete any quest given to us by anyone for experience and coin. Regardless of who it endangers or who it kills in the process. Be they innocents or otherwise. Alright, first, Worgen in the Woods. Come here, Kaelor.
Well met.
Impressive. It would seem that you are capable enough to handle yourself. Perhaps a more suitable challenge could be found for one of your abilities. It is curious, though. The Worgen seem to just appear out of thin air. But then, with all the other strange creatures that have moved across our borders, suppose it's only one of many concerns. You might have noticed some larger Worgen wandering around with the Shadow Weavers in the woods. From what we could tell, these Dark Runners make up the bulk of the Worgen numbers. On my rangings, I've also noticed that they have overrun the rotting orchard southwest of town. Yep, we definitely noticed that they were overrunning the place. That is true. Let's go deliver the mayor's fateful mail from his biggest fan, Crombie, the necromancer.
I need to get closer.
King's honor, friend.
You might want to sit down, sir. Crombie, I don't know a person of that name. You say you have a letter for me from Crombie. Ella looks at the letter. What language is this? It looks ancient. I can't read it. Take the note you gave me to Sira von Indi. He's very learned in languages and ancient arts. If anyone can translate this message, it's he.
Go with honor, friend.
Okay. And where would that be? Oh, right here. He's literally within earshot. It's the guy out here within earshot of us.
Greetings.
Who we walked by in the hallway. Please translate this. I'm almost finished translating that note. If you come back in a few moments, I should be done.
Light bless you.
Okay.
What can I do for you?
There we are. It's translated. The air grows heavy, as if a thick, black curtain is drawn over the land. Oh my. If what is written on this note is true, then Amber Crombie's done something unspeakable. You better bring the translated note back to Ello, and do so quickly, for I fear a doom already lumbers toward our town.
Be careful.
I don't know why we couldn't just meet, you know, over here in the conference room, all together.
Need help?
Ah, is the note translated? Let me see it. Ello reads the letter, and his face goes white. He then looks at you. Although the aid you gave Amber Crombie may have been motivated from kindness, your actions have doomed our town. At least he comments on it. It makes us, like, actually accept the fact that the things we've been helping him with have been obviously evil. The Embalmer is a name told in one of our children's stories. He was a kindly alchemist driven mad by the death of his wife, Eliza. To restore her, he used dark magic to place his own heart within the bosom of his dead spouse. This revived Eliza, but it cursed her with a hunger for human flesh, forcing the Embalmer to keep her buried. His heart is his power. Find his wife's grave, retrieve his heart, and bring it to me while it still beats. Do this, and his power will be broken.
Light bless you.
I can't attack that target.
Alright. So that's an elite quest. We will need a hand with that. And we'll do that next time we're out near the Raven Hill Cemetery. Like back here somewhere is where she's at, I believe. But for now, I think we can safely scoot back down to the Rotting Orchard, where we will wrap up another Worgen in the Woods quest here with our Dark Runners. Should be hard to find those boys. Well, we got both of them. See how this goes. Well, it's not going well.
That spell isn't ready yet.
Let's finish this guy off.
That's still recharging.
We will skin them. It still seems weird that we can skin them. Maybe because these days they're a playable race and I think of them as, you know, humans, basically. But, you know, it's fine. We can skin these ones.
That spell isn't ready yet. I can't do that yet. I can't cast that yet.
Well, Inner Fire's doing more work for us than it's done in recent times. It's not a bad thing. That's not a runner. These are both Shadow Weavers. That's a Shadow Weaver over there. There we go. I have to remember that I have the flight point for South Shore now, so doing Scarlet Monastery Library is going to be a little bit easier because I'll have an actual means to get over that way. I guess we're kind of too high of a level for Shadowfang Keep, aren't we? Like, realistically, are we a little out level?
That's still recharging. Not ready yet.
Let's get a heal going. He resisted. Yeah, wanding is probably better. That's probably true.
I can't loot that.
Well, that's all we needed. We got all 12. Not bad at all. Let's...
Inventory is full.
Oh, shit. Well, that's a huge problem. Well, not a huge problem. And easily resolved. Let's head back to town, and we will turn this one in. And I think once we get this turned in, I'm going to head to Stormwind and work on our tailoring.
Light be with you.
You perform well against the Dark Runners, but it seems as though their numbers are inexhaustible. Every time we make progress, more spring up to refill their ranks. What is the evil power that draws them here? Why have they come to disturb our unhappy realm? I will put my faith in Master Kervin. No doubt, he will get to the bottom of the problem. Well, if we've been paying attention to the Jitters storyline and all that with Sven, we kind of know what brought them here, and basically it was Jitters' fault. Spoiler alert. Your previous accomplishments have convinced me that you are ready to take on the toughest Worgen infesting the woods. Of the Worgen that have made their new home here, the Vile Fangs and the Tainted Ones have proven the most dangerous. They've settled down near some of our caves, or some of the caves, and in the mine to the south. From far away, you can even see the light from their bonfires. So 8 Vile Fangs and 8 Tainted Ones. Down near the mine.
For the Alliance.
Assuming they mean this mine here on the map, because this is the Ogre mound. Alright, to Stormwind we go. I'm curious to see And if you guys are not as interested in the professions, I would say this is a good time for the video to end. But I'm going to go to Stormwind, and then I'm going to see just how far we can push. I think we can get out into the Mage Weave territory, basically, with the silk we now have. And I'm curious if we can, and if we can make anything cool. So
Hello.
I will cut back in and show you guys the progress we're able to make with our tailoring, if that interests you at all. Alright guys, we were able to get all the way to 168 with our tailoring, and it's really exciting because at 175, just a handful more skill points, we will be able to get into Mage Weave. And around the 175 to 180 range, there's actually some really good silk items that we can actually make that we're going to want to wear, I think. Including some good shoulders and a belt upgrade, so I'm looking forward to that as well. As always guys, thank you so much for being here and for all the support. It's greatly appreciated. Take care of yourselves out there, and take care of each other, and we'll see you again soon. Bye now.